Welcome back in Factorio. So we are back here at our little factory. Things are going well. You can see a lot of stuff already backed up. So it seems like we're overproducing on many things now. Let's check our pollution. Pollution is really bad. We definitely need to go hunting. So I think that's the first order of business actually. And we will get a bit of ammunition for that. Yeah. So 200 ammunition, that should be really good. Kinda don't need that pistol. I'm not sure like what's the meta way to get rid of stuff. So the way I know it is like you put it in a box and shoot it. What else we need to get rid of? These burner mining drills. These old stone furnaces, we don't need them. Anything else in here that's garbage? No. More or less the rest is fine. Alright then. Oh, you shoot. Oh no, I'm an idiot. I thought it was pressing C and then you shoot at it. But apparently not. So let's try that again. Burner mining drills, those old things, and of course, lastly, the pistol here. That's right. So now tap to switch to that. Yeah, shoot at it with the submachine gun. That sounds fun. Okay. So these biters, they are on the other side of that. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, actually the car can also be used to shoot really well. But I still want to get like a basic defense line set up so that I can lure them here if I want to. And I also should strongly consider putting something in here. Okay. You can see that I was not very effective at that. Okay, I am terrible at this game, it seems. Okay, not very good. That's something we have to practice more. Okay. So that cleared up our stuff here for a little bit. So we have the next one would be all the way down here. So that is great news. Alright, very, very embarrassing fight. I was not doing that very well, was I? Nope. Okay, let's take my car and check out my stuff here. Everything is really well piling up. That is good to see, good to see. Shortage on the gears. Really, the gears are still a problem. You can see that there's just not enough throughput here, probably because we're producing here ammunition, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, the belts also to some degree, but mostly it's ammunition, I think. But that should be done in a second. But we can definitely see that there's still some issues with throughput, basically. Did I use just now the last light? I think so. So that's good. We can already craft a few furnaces, I suppose. Why not? We'll need them later. So, how's the smelting here going? We still have just not enough at all ore, but I think we're more or less on the production capacity that we wanted to have here. I think the next thing is we're going to build railroads. It actually is the goal of the session. I was a bit distracted, or too distracted by far. So firstly, let's just grab all of this beautiful steel, because nothing is needed more for railroads than steel, I think. What do we want? We want a locomotive. For that we have to get some engines. We have our little production unit here, and here we have 13 engines, so that's good. But we need more even, which is crazy. So let's build a few. So I'm not so good at this game, you can tell. So let's build a few of those pipes. And we will build our first locomotive. We will also build rails already from some of the stones that we have here. We will need train stops. Yeah, sure. Build a few of them. Rail signals to have blocks. Yeah, I guess we will need that. And a chain signal. Don't need that right now, I think. Maybe in the future. Mainly we need more stones also. Right now we're making bricks from all of our stones, so that's a bit excessive. So we can also regulate that. I suppose it will actually block once it's full here. Yeah, this old school little drill here. Not even replaced by anything more modern, but that's okay. But yeah, I will actually, I think, disable that for now and just let it accumulate a few stones here, because I need them more or less for the the rails here. Okay, and then the engines. So we have a locomotive, cargo wagons we also need, for which we need much more steel, or actually gears would be even better. So now the production here stopped. But nonetheless, we don't produce even closely enough things, unfortunately. I also know that we have some signs that we can throw in here. Okay. Rail building, yep. So, yeah, we can just drag stuff around. That's awesome. Left click to confirm before placing. Q deactivates it. Okay, thank you very much. We'll get around to that in a second. We just want to build a bit more wagons. So you're asking yourself probably what I'm actually going to do. I think we are going to build another iron ore smelter, basically, because that's the most sensible thing to do. So we built 3 wagons and 1 locomotive. I guess you want 2 locomotives, right? Like 1 in the front, 1 in the back. Otherwise you'd have to turn it around, which is a bit inconvenient. So we will try for 2. So we will need more engine units. And you still have enough material to produce more? I suppose so, but not much more. So then let's give it more. Make a few more pipes for me, please. And everything else, yeah, it needs also some gears, which we can also craft for it. We have enough resources for it, which we don't. So, gears, steel, and pipes, pipes, pipes. Where are you? Here. And for the locomotive we need 20. We have only a few more. I think it's only producing 1 now, right? It's quite slow. Okay, then let's prepare a few more rails also. So we're gonna have to get stones, rails from that. We still need more steel, essentially. Always need more steel right now. This is just an issue of getting more extracted. Yeah, things are running pretty well, but I don't want to get too distracted to build up more here. For now, let's keep it like that. I think it's fine-ish. We're gonna expand here in a bit. Make more rails, please. Also, we will need some of these steel things. Engine units are the last thing remaining. Hopefully we'll have enough now. We do not. Yeah, the science now is backing up pretty well, which means already that the consumption will go down. And that means that of course there will be, once the whole ingredients are basically no longer producing, they will no longer consume the iron plates, which means that yeah, everything will go a little bit more towards normalcy, so that our current supply will be sufficient more or less, which is good. We also want to build up miners up there, actually, because we want to smelt basically. I don't know if we want to smelt up there. We definitely want to mine up there, so we will have to get miners like crazy. And also defenses actually is another point. I wasn't thinking about that. Yeah, to expand somewhere else is definitely a bit dangerous. But if you have miners, we also need to actually get power there. So how do we get power there? Wow, okay. Like as soon as you start expanding, you're opening up Pandora's box. So then a lot of stuff needs to happen. But that's okay. That's the fun part. Okay, now we can get our final locomotive, and then let's head where we want to go, and then let's do things. So Gonna throw down the old car. Gonna get in. So do we have enough resources? Probably not really. Realistically, we're going there with no iron basically. Like, we're gonna just play ourselves by being so... Okay. Yeah, smelting probably we will do somewhere else because up there there's no coal and I don't want to deliver coal anywhere. Okay, so electricity will probably get up there. So when I say up there, I mean out over here where the iron ore is. That's kind of the goal. We establish another small base operation there. And we'll just play around for now. So let's get there. Eat. So here is the radioactive stuff. And here is our beautiful field of iron that we want to get captured. Okay, then we will do that, but we will firstly get rid of those things up there. So let's do that first. Putting down, as per usual, a little defensive line to fall back to. Already spent quite a lot of our stuff, our ammunition last time. Okay, that was a little bit better than last time, right? I learned something. Okay. Then this is going to be the spot. So here we will mine. So we can already check that out. So we can see now that, well, we said before as well, that the most effective way would be to place them not directly next to each other, because then they just, like, you just put more miners here. Except if you want to, like, get more throughput. I don't know. Maybe there are some legitimate reasons why you would want that. I think the most effective way would be to put it like this. Yeah, something like that would be, I guess, the most effective way for saving miners. If that's your priority. Just to get the full field mined without miners, a lot of miners. Something like that. And then probably put electricity like that. Something like that. Alright. Yeah. Well, it's way not connected, but that's okay. Because what we're thinking about is, like, we want to have rails. So let's build a small station. So this is going to be our rail station. Something like this. The train will be sitting on here. Like this. Whee! Then we have cargo wagons. 3 of them we will have, seemingly. So this station can be quite a bit larger. So, train stops. Right, yeah, exactly. We need to have a train stop, actually. We'll do that in a second, don't you worry. Cargo wagons, where did I put it? Here. One more. And then lastly, another locomotive down here. And you can jump in here. We'll have to put a bit of fuel into it. And then you can see we're up to go. And we can also switch sides, put fuel here. This is the real stuff, man. This is the real stuff. So train stop will be just here before the end. And then you can, for now, let's get it automatically there. We can say add a station. This one. Just go. And then it has no path. So let's firstly give this a good name. So this is gonna be the iron ore field 2. Not a good name, right? Maybe we call it differently. Like let's give it like names that have the word inside of it. Iron City. Very boring, but hey. So it's trying to go to Iron City, and it's failing to do so because there's no path to do it. So this I don't understand, unless it's because okay, let's switch this here to manual. Let's get it out of the way from Iron City. Now say, hey, go to Iron City. You cannot go there. Why? Iron City. Maybe because it's on the wrong side of the track. Could that be? Yes, I think so. Yeah. See, it has like an indication. Haha. We figured it out. So, Iron City. And you can see it went immediately to Iron City, stopped, and that's awesome. So, then you can build here some loading, and I think you can fit 6 per wagon for the most effective loading. Of course, they could be fast inserters if you want to be even more effective. Because the stuff comes in like continuously, even when the train is not here, it's advisable to build a buffer with some storage. So I guess the most effective one would be steel, because then you have the highest capacity. I don't have enough steel with me, unfortunately, to really build this out. So we'll have to be a little bit cheap here. Just build like as much storage as we can afford, which is not much. And then the question is like the most effective distribution here, because we kind of have like, it seems to you, at least we could maybe have in the later on 3 rows and then lead each of them to each one of them. So I think that's the most effective way. But for now, just make it kind of simple. So we'll just build it like this. And then we have some splitters, which luckily we have a few because I did not prepare much for that. We can build some more, we have enough stuff. And then essentially we have to split one line into 3, which, yeah, how do you make that the most effective? I'm not sure. I guess we don't, I suppose. We'll just do it in the most stupid way, which is like this way. It means that the things will not be equally distributed, but as I said, later on we will just build more miners. And then it's no problem anyway. So like that. That is pretty good. That is pretty good. So then we have to go and get that somewhere smelted. And because we don't have any iron here, we will not smelt it here. We will smelt it back at our main base, essentially, where we will build some sort of smelting array for it. But that means we will also just get that railroad built, a nice single track line. And I think we can do that from our car actually also if we wanted to, and be a bit more let's be, like as I said, let's try to, if it's at all possible, to not be too bad for the environment. It's kind of nice if you can kind of sneak through places. I think. Even if it lowers the effectiveness slightly. And let's be a little bit weird and just make it like not fully straight. Has to have a little bit of a character, this line. Although that's a little bit weird. And then yeah, we have to split it somewhere here where we have access to coal. So might as well go here, you know, why not? And then put that here. That should work. And I know that the research, by the way, is blinking. If it drives you nuts, I'm sorry. Is there anything that we really want to have? Heavy armor? Maybe, not sure, don't care that much. Lab research speed, yeah, sure. I don't want to progress on this game like too crazily fast, essentially is my thinking. But if we can do some cheap stuff, then why not? So this will be the iron smelter delivery. So signal basics. You need signals. Basically, I'll figure that part out. I think. Cannot imagine that it's so problematic to figure that out. But we can now look at our trains, and we have this little train here, and we could say Iron City. Wait until it's full. Then you go to the iron smelter delivery, and then you wait until empty. Yeah, something like that. And then we could say now, hey, please manually come here. And that should get that train going. So we can see it here on the map, just cruising along and coming directly to us, so that we can build the unloading station in a second. Here it is, sneaking along. Amazing, right? Love it. I love games with trains. Trains are so much fun. Yeah, we're just trying to get a little bit more iron ore here as well, accumulated. I think, yeah, the next goal is to get the electronic smelters, for which we need actually plastic and other production stuff, so that's a little bit of an issue. For now, we will quickly get the electronic line up there so that we can get the first iron ore done, and then I also want to make quickly the boxes. Sorry, no, not those. Okay, we'll need them for something else, but please make those boxes here from steel. And we will also need to make a few steel electronic poles. We have a few already, right? Do we? No, this is the first one. Crazy, I never made them. Oh, they were grabbing steel down here. I didn't know. Wow. Okay, that changes things. So, these big boys, we will just run them along where the railroad runs, basically. That's the idea. So let's just get them down here and then get started and see what's the max distance between them. The max distance is pretty huge. That's good to see. The max distance is much larger than my reaches for sure here. So we'll just do it like that. Then you can go one under. Then we'll put it like there. It's almost like it's the electricity cable for the train, right? But our trains are running on steam. Still, I think there are no electronic trains here, are they? I don't know. I think you can run them on solid fuels, like instead of coal, so you don't need to use coal necessarily later on, but I don't think you have the ability to run them in electricity as far as I remember. At least, you know, a few years ago when I played this game more actively, it wasn't an option, I think. Okay, amazing. And then we will kind of now have a connection with power from the other base. And we will need a few of those now. And I think we can cancel a few of those so we don't have like an over commitment on the big ones. The big ones are already quite a good amount. They reach so far that we don't need to have too many of them. So, yeah, how do we power this the best way? Good question. I guess like this. It's very annoying that that doesn't quite fit right. But I think that's fine. We can put the one here and one there, and that covers most stuff. And then like this, this, this. Yeah, more or less that's fine. And then yeah, let's get power over here so that they can start mining. And they do mine indeed. Okay, good to see. Putting that in there. And then we can see the system in action. It will grab them here, put them into the train. The train, when it's fully loaded, will depart. All good. So what is that? An automatic connect. I can use a copper cable to disconnect. Right. Okay. No idea why I would want to do that right now. Unless I want to build like some, yeah, connecting circuits. Can turn them off and on. So if we have the resources, let's build mining drills here and get this like fully going. And there we have our a few more. So 1, 2, and here, and then we will put the next row down there, like this. So yeah, I don't know if it's like best practice to get like the full field covered, because then you kind of have an equal utilization at least. That's my thinking. So maybe we'll try to get that done, that we don't leave any spots out and have annoying spots later on left over. This will put it on the wrong side maybe, right? Could be. Not sure, doesn't matter. So more miners, like that, and then electronic poles we also want to place down here. And can we make more of them? Yeah, we can, because we will need more of them. Electricity looks good. These wagons, they slowly get filled, pretty decently get filled actually, not too bad. Then we will just route that in here just for simplicity's sake. I think that's the easiest way to get this connected. Of course, it should be connected in such a way that it's effective here. Yeah, perfectly fine. If we had more iron things, we would use fast inserters here maybe, because it seems like they're a bit slow. Yeah, for sure. Or maybe even better, like stack inserters. Do we have them already? No. Yeah, we need that. So what next? Weapon shooting speed, that's interesting. Projectile damage, oh nice, nice. Then we have military 2, more effective weapons. We can get the piercing rounds, okay, very nice with steel. We'll not be using that too much. As I said, we will be kind of not crazily going on stuff, but for now let's do the 2-3 militaries here, just so that we have the stuff sorted out. And that train will now be filled. And with that, I'm gonna call the episode a success. We have finally managed to get the series going with a rail, and we're soon going to build the corresponding smelter. But see you there for that next time. Take care, bye bye.